Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Eliali in this incarnation. I am here today to comment that the moon entered in Gemini until November 18th. And this is an energy to enable the dialogue, to communicate and to listen, to open ourselves to new ideas, or to comprehend the processes that we are going through. But it could also signify an excess of mind, of information, rationalizing a lot our emotions. And well, this full moon that we are still going through, it is inviting us to liberate emotions that were stagnant, that were stuck in the body. And the sun in Scorpio, we are still going through the Scorpio season, is an energy very, very emotional. It is about going into the depths, in fact. So it is important to feel them and not to think about them. But well, with all the Uranian energy that we are experimenting with these changes and the disruption and the chaos that many times is associated to Uranus, it is important to root, to ground ourselves, to connect with the body, and also understand that while we are taking the decisions that we need to assume, that while we are putting the energy where we need to, in the important places, all the pieces are going to fit in the right time in this process. So the moon tomorrow, it is going to create this conjunction with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, and Jupiter could be this trust in ourselves in the process, could be this expansion of ideas, but also it is an amplificator. So it is important to bring ourselves to the present when there are an excess of patterns of thought that are draining ourselves. And we have to take in account that it is already activated the opposition that Mercury in Sagittarius is making with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. This is perfected on November 18th, but it is already active. It is the first one of three that is going to do. This is going to be repeated on 4th and 26th, on December 4th and on December 26th. And by that moment, both Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, they are all going to create tensions between each other. So I'm going to talk about more about this. So what we have to take in account for these days, it is, in first place, that there could be a lot of opinions and perspectives from a same situation, and many times very, very contradictory. So we need to listen to ourselves, to evaluate situations in order to create discernment. Then there could be a tendency to talk more than we should, to say things that we shouldn't say, many times Mercury in signs of fire, it has a tendency to be impulsive. There could be a tendency to overlook details that are important when we have to make a decision or have this irrational optimism. So these are the shadows of the transit, but it is also a moment in which we can choose to connect with the trust, the inner trust, the trust in the processes. We could, put the energy to emerge new ideas to implement in our divine purposes, in our projects. This is a good moment to expand ourselves through ideas. And also, it is a good transit to not take everything that seriously, because when we are adopting perceptions that are making the path darker, then we can connect with joy and humor, which are aspects of Sagittarius and Gemini. To laugh more of ourselves, and then laughing of other people, it will depend on the intentions. So, well, thank you everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.